It's podcast time again, and it's not any podcast, it's a special podcast, right? Because the biggest event of the wrestling year is before us, which is WrestleMania. It's happening tomorrow night, man.
Yeah.
Who's hyped?
Well, who stayed hyped, though?
Did he stay hyped all year, though? Because he won the Battle Royal last year.
Is he going to win it again?
If he stayed hyped? I mean, if Rob Gronkowski shows up, he might. Okay, first of all, we got Mania predictions in the first topic, okay? So we should announce it right away.
Kind of figures.
Well, yeah, it makes sense. It's going to be predictions, fantasy booking, idea stuff. Well, we're going to predict everything and discuss.
Just get into it.
Yeah. And the second topic is going to be new news on the Hearthstone expansion.
Yeah, we've been a bit...
Witchwood.
We've been a bit backed up with those.
But we got some stuff to talk about anyway. Halftime show is going to be some announcements. It's not going to be a huge thing. Let's get into the WrestleMania predictions.
Talking about what we just talked about with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah.
That's the first thing we're going to predict.
True, because apparently that and the Women's Battle Royal are in the pre-show.
Yeah, and of course, as always, the Cruiserweight title match.
So who do you got for probably the first two most difficult matches to predict?
Okay, this one's a bit far-fetched.
Alright, let me hear it.
It's Dolph Ziggler.
Is it really Dolph Ziggler, though? Is that far-fetched?
It's not...
That's like the second or third most likely person of everyone who has declared.
It's kind of far-fetched because they never really push him. At the same time, he's always on the top of the cards for some reason.
But the thing is...
So if they want to push him, that's a good way to do it.
The winner of the Andre is never obvious, right?
Well, not really.
Has it ever been? Big Show. Other than that?
Yeah, I mean, Big Show won the second one, I believe, right? Or was the first one?
I think the second one because
Cesaro won the first, right? Yeah. Well, Baron...
came out of nowhere, a.k.a. NXT. And then we had Mojo. Rawley.
Fair.
So, let me pick up... Oh yeah, I know who I picked by heart. I probably know them all by heart. Anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Here's who I picked to win the Andre. Baron Corbin.
Again.
Yeah. They're gonna...
winner!
They are going to make the Andre Baron Corbin's thing. That's gonna be his thing. Over his whole career. It's gonna be his thing.
I mean, they announced him for that, like, for literally a year, they announced him as the winner of that.
Exactly. See, you know how the Royal Rumble...
The first ever two-time Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner.
Exactly.
Baron Corbin.
And it's not gonna stay at 2. You know the Royal Rumble shenanigans is Kofi's thing?
Yeah, but he doesn't win.
Yeah, and you know how getting shit wrong in the wrong moments is R-Truth's thing?
Yes, that's funny.
Winning the Andre is gonna be Baron Corbin's thing.
Winning WrestleMania main events is gonna be Roman Reigns' thing.
That's Roman Reigns' thing. See,
God damn it.
Yeah. See, they're gonna make that. They're gonna just do it. I mean, Baron Corbin is gonna be the guy. He's gonna be the legend for the Andre.
Are the last two gonna be Mojo and Baron?
Would be great if it was...
And maybe Big Show and Cesaro.
If it was Kane and Baron all over again.
Oh.
Cesaro's not gonna be in there.
Well, you never know. But...
Big Show, you never know. So Baron Corbin, I'm saying they're starting to do this. Second match. Same thing for the women.
Yeah, this one was very briefly called the, what was it?
The Great Moolah.
Yeah, the Great Moolah Battle Royal, and then they dropped that.
They dropped it.
I'm still curious as to why.
We'll never know.
I haven't researched that. There might be answers out there. I don't know.
There's probably speculation out there.
Yes.
Anyway, it's a Battle Royal. Because whatever the men do in WWE, the women also need to do it these days.
Yeah, which I don't necessarily disagree with.
Right.
It just oftentimes seems a bit forced.
Yeah, because...
Especially when they're doing matches that require a huge number of people, and their divisions are still way small.
They just don't have them, technically.
Like, oh yeah, half our Rumble is just returns.
Exactly.
Which, to be fair, the men's Rumble could have used more of that, but, you know.
We got Hurricane and Rey Mysterio.
Well, yeah. I mean, Rey Mysterio is pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay, who do you got for the women's Rumble? Not the Rumble, the Battle Royal.
Naomi. Seems to make sense.
Does it make sense?
There is a few that would make sense, but...
Okay, was that the one that we were talking about before and that would obviously make sense to you?
It would definitely make obvious sense. There is a few others that would, though, in my opinion. Okay.
So, who's going to win the women's Battle Royal? I can tell you who's going to win it. Baron Corbin? No, I'm just kidding. He's not going to win that. He's going to win his own. It's Ruby Riott.
Yeah, that's the other one that would make sense.
I made that. That's like the fastest pick I made. That seems so obvious to me.
So, there is basically...
If it's not Ember Moon, it's Ruby Riott.
There's a few ways this can go. Push someone new, which would be the somewhat recently coming over from NXT people, or people that are currently in NXT, which, as a matter of fact, a dark horse pick there would maybe be one of the two from the Iconic Duo.
Peyton Royce.
Yeah.
Possible. No, it's gonna be Ruby Riott, man. Kairi Sane?
A lot of... Again, pretty much anyone in NXT that's ready to move up would make sense.
There's some people there.
Then the people who recently moved up, like Ruby Riott.
Vicky Guerrero.
And then some of the people who are good, but haven't really done too much lately.
Like Naomi.
Like Naomi.
Becky.
I could totally see Tamina win the thing.
Or anyone else. Well, yeah, but God, that's really forced, right?
Yeah, but that's also...
Bailey?
I don't think so, honestly.
Probably not.
She could use it, but I don't think so.
No, it makes so much sense for it to be Ruby.
That's what I thought too, but then it
just makes all the sense, more than all of it.
I just picked Naomi because that would also make sense to me, at least.
Right, okay. So...
Knowing them, they're probably gonna... Oh, God. They're probably gonna have Natalya win the thing.
Natalya. No.
They are pushing her way too much.
Not Natalya. She's a cat person.
Yes, she is.
Third pre-show match. Cruiserweight Championship. Vacant Cruiserweight Championship, by the way, so...
I feel like this could go either way, but... I had to pick someone. I picked Mustafa Ali.
I picked Cedric.
Okay. I think he had the title before, though, didn't he?
Yes, I think so.
And Mustafa never did, and he always seemed to be kind of liked and almost in the title picture, but never quite.
Well, I picked Cedric because his last name is my first name, and I appreciate that.
Fair.
So the next card, the main show card, is kind of in an inverted order or discombobulated order. They got the match number 4. We're looking at Wikipedia, by the way. They got Brock Lesnar and Roman listed, and we're just gonna do it in the way they do it. So this is gonna be the first match we're gonna predict, if we can really call it predicting, more than like accepting.
Okay, we've known this for a year.
Over a year,
and
probably.
it's gonna be the happiest moment of the entire pay-per-view if it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah,
but it will.
It will.
Roman Reigns.
Of course, Roman. Next match, AJ and Nakamura. This one should be the main event. And this one
should get like an hour.
40 minutes at least. Yeah.
and
40 minutes.
And like 6.5 stars and everything.
Yeah, everything.
But it's not gonna happen.
No, because Roman needs half hour.
They'll get like 20 minutes at best.
Yeah.
And they'll put on like a decent 4-star match, but you know, WWE.
WWE. Man, I love this match to be everything. But who's gonna win and why?
Nakamura.
And I already knew we were gonna disagree on this.
Really?
Yeah. Man, you know who that you ever heard of SmackDown Live? Have you ever heard of SmackDown Live?
Yes.
I know.
Yeah,
you know who built that house?
That doesn't mean he has to constantly hold the belt.
A man from Georgia built that house. A man by the name of Adriel Jeremiah Styles, not his name.
It's actually Alan Neil Jones.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. by the name of AJ Styles, he's gonna win this thing. I'm just feeling it.
I don't think so.
I'm just feeling it in my bones, man. It's AJ Styles. It's AJ Styles.
Yeah, but it's Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah, but it's AJ Styles. Next match.
Oh god, it's the Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat match of The Miz versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor.
How did The Miz get in there?
He's the champion.
He's the champion, right.
So, the worst thing that could happen is that some kind of Miz-Tarah shenanigans makes this one end without a clean finish.
Yeah.
Anything else...
But would that be bad or would that be great? Because that's so Miz.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of that. He can be sneaky to win, but like I don't like it when they are like outright cheating and shit. Especially because of Triple Threat match, so and it's technically allowed.
Here's why I know that Miz is definitely not retaining the championship, right? So because it was already announced that after Mania he was going to take some time off.
Well, the last time he took some time off to film a movie, he was the Intercontinental Champion and he took like 2 months off.
Right, but
while being the champion.
He's gonna take some time off because he's got a newborn kid and he wants to stay home for a while.
Yeah.
So arguably he's not. That would make sense to keep him with the title. But who's winning it though?
So what I was gonna say though is I'm not mad at anyone winning there specifically.
Yeah.
But I think Finn is gonna win it.
You said that just to be rhyming accidentally?
I have made that Finn to win it pun a lot.
Is he Finn to win it?
I just think after the shit show that was the result of the Universal title match back in the day at SummerSlam. The match itself was good, but, the fact that he had to retire the belt 22 hours later.
Well, yeah, but he would have been nice as the introductory champ because they was pushing him through the moon.
So.
Possible, yeah.
Since then, he hasn't done anything, really.
I'll take Seth Rollins. Because he was originally supposed to do something else at this Mania too. He was supposed to team up with Dean and arguably break up with Dean.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, both of them definitely deserve it.
Yeah.
But Finn really, I feel like, first of all, needs it more.
Both are going to be great as champions, or they're great in general.
Yeah, and The Miz is also a great champion, which is why this match is just really good in general. Like,
it's going to be a good match. There's good people in there. I'm just picking Seth. I think he's got the most logical chance to win it.
It's just great that there's no one in there that I dislike.
Yeah, like The Miz 2 years ago.
Yeah, The Miz, since the whole John Cena thing, and since Talking Smack.
It's weird
great.
how much you can like someone you hated before just because. That's like the thing of the enemy of my enemy, right?
Yeah, and it works especially well if you're facing a face who the fans dislike.
Which is John Cena.
Which is John Cena or Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Tough. Yeah, I mean, Seth Rollins. Give me Seth. Next match, this one.
Oh, God. See, this is the opposite of that.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one person in here that I like.
Which is Bobby Roode.
Which is Bobby Roode. Oh, God.
And then we got Jinder, got Rusev, and got Randy Orton. Who's the champion, too?
Yeah.
Because he had to, because stuff, right?
Yeah, because...
I'm not excited for this match, honestly.
No.
This is like the piss break match of the... well, no. This isn't. The next two are. But this could also be.
The next two, really?
Yeah. Just traditionally.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Divas match, piss break, you know. I'm not saying that... I definitely want to see Charlotte and Asuka more than this.
That's what I'm about to say. Yeah, but... So the only good thing that can come out of this match is the result if Bobby Roode wins.
Bobby wins. I'm picking Bobby, by the way, because...
So am I.
It's not going to be Rusev. Hopefully it's not going to be Jinder. Or Orton, for that matter. And because I don't care enough about the match to honestly make a prediction, I'm just picking whoever I want to win.
Yeah, that's kind of how that went for me, too. It's like...
Robert,
it's clear that
James Roode.
That Bobby's the one that we want to win.
Yeah.
And...
Glorious.
I'm honestly not keeping up enough with this stuff lately to know who is the most likely to win.
I mean, Rusev probably isn't.
Yeah.
Rusev really isn't. Jinder... Well, if that whole thing wasn't a one-off, then he's got chances, but I think just the indie expansion, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He was pushed, but now it's just like, oh, he needed something to do. Keep the Indians on there watching Mania, so Jinder's on there. It's going to be either Randy or Bobby. Pretty sure, and I hope it's Bobby.
Yeah, I mean, Randy now has his, was it Triple Crown? No, it was the Grand Slam, wasn't it?
Yeah, Grand Slam.
So he now has that, he can now give up the title again.
He got everything. Okay, so, next match. First Divas match, not Divas match, women's match.
It's Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax for the Raw Women's Championship.
It's 5 Feet of Fury versus 6 Feet of Fury.
Yeah.
Essentially.
This is basically, how much of a size difference can we build in our matchups?
Exactly. Now remember that Alexa has won this matchup before.
Yes.
Who are you picking?
I'm picking Nia.
I'm also picking Nia.
It's time that she's getting the belt.
Yeah, it's, like Alexa has been holding this belt for a while and it's been pretty good.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
She's good.
Alexa Bliss is great on the mic.
Really good on the mic.
The whole champion role is perfect for her.
Yeah. She's the Miz. She's the Miz.
Yeah, she is very much like the Miz.
Alexa Miz.
Except that she can actually win matches on her own.
She's little Miss Alexa Miz. Works. What?
I just said that except that she can win matches on her own.
Yeah.
Which the Miz really
I thought you would just put in some silence because of my awful puns.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess next match is not really too much to talk about here.
No, Nia. Charlotte
versus Asuka.
And Asuka.
And here's the thing. We were thinking it might be Asuka versus Alexa before.
Mm-hmm. And Charlotte Ronda then. Back in the day.
So, this I like because it's less predictable.
I don't like it.
Because one of them has to lose?
No, I don't like it because I know what's going to happen. I don't like it because Asuka's going to win. I know Asuka's winning. That should be pretty obvious, right? I'm
saying that Charlotte is going to be the person to beat Asuka's streak.
No.
But not at Mania.
No. The person to beat Asuka's streak is going to be in exactly 1 year from now, Ronda Rousey. I'm willing to bet a case of Diet Mountain Dew on that right now.
I don't think that they're going to pull it that far.
They're going to do it.
I could definitely see that
Let me write this down on a piece of... You know what? I'm going to write this down on a piece of paper and hang it on this wall.
No, you're not.
On some other wall. That wall.
We're not going to hang up that thing.
We're going to put it somewhere so we will know.
Okay, so here's the point, though. I also have Asuka winning. But I think that they're going to feud over the title. And the feud is going to end with Charlotte getting it back.
No.
And ending the streak.
That's not tough and that's not climactic enough. It has to be Ronda and it has to be Mania 35. It has to be Mania anyway. It's not going to be this one because she's not the champ. Asuka's going to win. She's going to keep winning. She's going to do the Brock Lesnar type thing.
Yeah.
She's going to lose to Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 35.
They have to build her a lot, though.
Yeah.
Because Ronda is... At this point, she's really new.
Right.
In a year, she's not going to be as new, but she's still going to be comparatively new to everyone else in the division.
But she's Ronda Rousey, man.
That's true.
Yeah.
They still have to build her well.
Does that matter?
Yes, it matters.
It's Ronda Rousey. If Rob Gronkowski came into the thing now, like it wouldn't surprise anyone if he came in and won the U.S. Championship on his first day, right?
That doesn't mean it should happen.
If Tiger Woods came in, if LeBron came in, it's a huge name, man. It's Ronda Rousey's already a bigger name than Asuka's ever gonna be.
Yeah, true. At least in the States.
Well, yeah, in general. In
Probably not in Japan. Maybe.
Probably also in Japan. Internationally, in the whole world.
Overall, definitely, yeah, but I'm not sure about Japan.
Listen, that's how it's going to be. We're going to write that down and pin it somewhere to some kind of wall that JJ will allow me to pin it to. And then we'll do it that way.
You are not going to pin it to a wall.
Okay, I'll pin it to your monitor, man, so you can't use it no more until next year.
You're not going to hang this thing up in my room.
Well, okay, then we're going to hang it up in the recording studio.
Which is my room.
That's just because you made the recording studio your room.
No, that's because you made my room our recording studio.
That's a lie. That's just not even true. And anyway, that's behind the scenes matter. Asuka's winning. Unfortunately, because I don't know if I've ever mentioned this. If I haven't, then it's the TrashcanTV first, but Charlotte's great.
You mention that all the flipping time.
It's true.
So, next match.
Next match was what do we got?
We've got Sheamus and Cesaro versus Braun Strowman and To Be Determined.
Are we gonna pick the partner first, or are we gonna pick the winner first?
Let's pick the winners first.
Sheamus and Cesaro.
And I'm picking Braun Strowman and Jason Jordan.
Jason Jordan.
Knowing WWE, that's how it's gonna go.
Jason Jordan.
I don't want to see it.
Jason Jordan.
I don't want to see it, but I think it's not that unlikely to happen.
Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But he's Kurt Angle's son now.
He's Kurt Angle's son. Maybe. I'm thinking chances are gonna win. Because I'm thinking that this is gonna result in a feud between Braun and his partner, who one of those is gonna screw up, obviously. And make a move for some reason. And well, there's like two people I considered. And well, one of them obviously is Big Show.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm not picking him actually. Even though Big Show's return is somewhat possible, I'm gonna go Big Cass.
Oh.
Big ass Colin Cassidy. Because he's been injured for like ever, right? So like from his feud with Enzo from like August last year or something like that. And this should be about the time when he would come back. And he's a heel, remember?
Oh, this could be good.
Yeah, so that's my pick.
Intriguing.
Big bad Cass. And Braun. But they're losing anyway, and then they're gonna feud. Which would be interesting.
So
3 more matches.
Here's a match involving 2 good teams and the Bludgeon Brothers.
And do you mean 2 good teams and the New Day? You mean 1 good team and the New Day and the Bludgeon Brothers? Is what you meant.
I don't like the New Day, but they put on good wrestling matches, okay?
Do they really put on good matches? They put on a show.
Well, they definitely could have put on good matches with the Usos, that's for sure.
See, the thing is, the New Day are Alexa Bliss in annoying face form. They can talk and be funny. They can do stand-up comedy. Like rap battles?
Yeah.
Those Usos, great. Great stuff.
But they do tag team wrestling really well. Not necessarily that much with individual moves.
I don't like what
but the whole how they portray the match, like the trapping the opponent in a corner,
I just
team
don't
up
like
moves, that whole thing.
I just don't like the way they do it. I just like the Usos so much better.
Again, I don't like the New Day.
He Usos face. I don't like the way they wrestle. I don't like watching them the matches. I love listening to them talk. Would I buy a vacuum cleaner from them if they showed up at my door? Yeah, but I don't want to wrestle. I don't want to see them actually perform. Like they could. You know what? Make it a thing that just the New Day are going to be the 3 commentaries for a show.
Oh no!
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. Give them 205 Live.
Sure.
Yeah. Do it. Or main event or whatever. Superstar. Do it.
I like the idea of them being on 205 Live, and then they every now and again just also go in the ring.
Except
but never Big E because he's just too heavy.
Exactly. No. Then okay, who's gonna win anyway?
Oh God. So here's who I think is gonna win. And it's the Bludgeon Brothers. God
hey,
damn it.
That's the second best choice in this match.
Yes.
Fact.
Yes.
I'm picking the Usos out of blind favoritism. Mostly.
Well, they're definitely the favorite.
They're great. They're so good.
The best team in there.
Awesome.
But
I wouldn't mind the Bludgeon Brothers. Just not the New Day.
I still think their gimmick is silly.
But they got huge hammers, man.
Exactly. Right?
Isn't that great?
They got huge, like, I don't know, foam or whatever hammers.
Oh, but the Hurricane is cool.
Yeah, the Hurricane is cool.
Undertaker? An undead freaking druid creature? The devil's favorite.
The boogeyman.
The devil's favorite demon. That's cool. All of that's cool. But the Bludgeon Brothers aren't cool. The Vaudevillains were cool.
The Vaudevillains.
Okay, they were cool.
Cool, okay?
Yeah, they were hella cool. If you haven't done it yet, look for some interviews by Simon Gotch.
Yeah, he goes by Simon Grimm these days, by the way.
Yeah, or Seth Lesser. That's his real name.
Yes, it is his real name.
Also, John Smith was his fake real name.
For some reason.
Yeah, look up some shoot interviews by Simon Gotch. Great stuff. The man's awesome. The man can talk. The man is fantastic. He's a great guy. Yeah, give me the Usos, man.
I mean, I want the Usos to win, but
Usos.
You know.
Second to last match.
And I feel like this is a bit more of a predictable one.
This is the most predictable one, actually.
No, that would be Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar.
No. This one's even more predictable. Well, they're both 100, so I guess they're equally predictable.
So there is Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey beating Triple H and Stephanie McMahon.
Exactly. That's how it should say. It shouldn't say versus. It should say just defeated.
Well, it shouldn't say defeated because it's going to happen in the future, but yeah, will defeat.
Will defeat. To be defeated. So yeah, obviously Ronda is pinning Stephanie most probably.
Yes.
It could be a good match. There's 3 actual athletes in the ring.
And Stephanie McMahon. There's 3 good athletes and the daughter of the owner.
Exactly. That's why she's in the ring though. Maybe she's gonna go to a table. Remember how she always takes a bump at Mania?
Yeah, that's always a highlight.
Yeah, it's great. You always hope, like, maybe she's injured for the next few months. Don't show up on Raw or something like that. Great. And we know Triple H. We know Triple H can put on the show. We know Kurt Angle is basically as popular as Jesus.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of similarities there, except for the hair.
Well, yeah. And the American heritage.
Fair. Although, if you ask like half of America, they will probably tell you that Jesus is basically an American.
And maybe the illegitimate child.
Anyways, where are we going?
And then he won an Olympic gold medal.
What, Jesus? Yeah.
No. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Did he? Possible. I don't know. And what? Drinking? Walking on water. He just didn't even... He won Olympic gold medals for swimming because he just walked over the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in the ancient times.
Back in the old school days. When no one could
when the Olympic Games were,
when it was doing
all kinds of naked men.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let's not imagine that.
That's how Jesus did that. Alright, last match.
One match. And the lucky number 13.
Mm-hmm. It's not a lucky number.
For me it is.
Shane McMahon, Daniel Bryan versus the Yep Movement.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Crazy. We got Daniel Bryan and WWE ring. Remember how you always said that was never going to happen?
Yeah, it looked like it wasn't going to happen.
Remember how you always said that CM Punk was never going to be back at WWE ring?
So you're insinuating that CM Punk might be back in the WWE ring?
Yes.
The thing is, he doesn't want it.
Soon. He's gonna be there soon.
If Owens and Zayn win, they
All it
will be
takes is
rehired to SmackDown.
All it takes is for Vince to die and Triple H to retire.
One of those two things, well, neither of those two things is gonna happen soon. Because, for some reason, Vince is immortal.
Yeah, it's just weird. That dude's over 70, right?
Yeah.
With all the steroids he's taking?
Exactly.
How is this man alive? How is his heart doing this? I don't get it.
Probably magic and a lot of money being thrown around.
Probably.
But mostly magic.
Mostly magic. He's a demon. Anyway. Who's winning?
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Are they?
So, there's two ways this can go.
Yeah, no shit.
They're winning and they're getting rehired to SmackDown Live, or they're losing and getting hired on Raw.
Yeah, and because I believe they're going to Raw, I say that Daniel Bryan's winning. DB, man.
Okay, so there is always the argument to be made that Daniel Bryan and Shane both aren't really currently active wrestlers, although Daniel Bryan might just be in the future.
Yeah.
And that's why they should lose. But it's Daniel Bryan, and he just might wrestle more because he really wants to.
Exactly, and it's Daniel Bryan. See? See the logic?
There's good arguments for either side. It really depends on...
I know that Owens and Zayn are obviously like two of the world's top 15 wrestlers, right?
Daniel Bryan just might as well be.
Not
Currently, but
I don't know these days.
Used to be.
Just from like talk fast. He's not working with personality, but I'm talking like flat out the best performer.
Oh, yeah.
You got 4 or 5 of the top 15 on this card.
There's a lot of good wrestlers.
You got Styles and Nakamura. You got potentially Rollins and Balor. I mean, for God's sakes, you got Charlotte there.
Yeah.
Who in the women's department is probably up there. And you got Owens and Zayn.
There's a lot of good people on this card.
Great people.
And then there's Roman Reigns beating Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship.
Yeah. And Brock's going back to UFC.
Well, is that confirmed at this point?
I think Dana White said it.
Okay, because...
I would assume so.
Because the last thing I heard of that was that they were in negotiations.
Yeah.
Which Brock does to get a better contract of WWE,
exactly.
Which at least is what he did last time, so, you know.
But the bad thing about that would be probably that Paul Heyman would leave.
Yeah, that's reasonable to assume.
I'd probably miss Paul more than Brock.
That definitely.
In the WWE. Which, it's not supposed to be that way. But yeah, I'm picking Daniel Bryan and Shane to win. Even though I know they shouldn't, because the other two are just better. I could explain this by them just breaking apart. Owens and Zayn.
Oh.
But then again, Daniel and Shane could break apart.
Yeah.
You really don't know.
Again, this could go either way.
If they're winning, Daniel's probably getting the pinfall.
Yes. Almost definitely.
I mean, Shane would that be such a waste? That's like Stephanie getting the pinfall.
Yeah.
Or Kurt Angle. Like, not Stephanie, but Kurt Angle. That's the right comparison. Right? So, no.
But even Kurt Angle would make more sense than Shane.
Yeah, because he's the actual Olympic gold medalist.
Yes.
And a performer. Grappler. Full-time grappler. Used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, he's basically Jesus.
He's basically Jesus without the hair.
He's bald Jesus.
And he got Olympic gold medal. Anyway, Daniel Bryan...
With a broken freaking neck.
Broken neck. It's tough. Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon are winning. Let us know what you think about the whole card. Is there going to be extra matches real quick? Is there going to be?
I think the last few times we had exactly 13, so...
How about John Cena?
Okay.
Surprise
how
match?
John Cena does not have a WrestleMania match?
You know how he always has one?
I kind of really low-key want him to not have one.
You know it would be great if he just was like he just played second fiddle in the Battle Royal or something like that.
Oh.
He's just in there and got eliminated, with the early majority.
He gets eliminated by Primo?
Yeah, by Primo.
Who is confirmed to be in there.
Exactly. No, I think he's definitely gonna show up, and if he's not gonna do like a host type of position type thing or commentary,
well, that's what he does lately. He just hosts shows.
He's gonna be
also
in there.
In movies.
Yeah, he's gonna be in there big time. He's gonna do stuff. Rock might show up. Hogan might show up.
Probably will, but he will definitely not wrestle.
Austin might show up. Shawn Michaels might show up.
I don't think so.
Probably not. Ric Flair might show up.
I don't know.
Charlotte Flair might show up.
Definitely.
Yeah, probably. Okay.
It would be kind of bad if you would.
Yeah, okay. Let me know what you think. Charlotte's great. Let me know what you think about our predictions. What is your predictions? Do you, like, heavily disagree on something? Then let us know, because...
This is like one of those surveys. Strongly agree, neutral, disagree,
exactly.
Strongly disagree.
Exactly. Do that evaluation for all our matches and predictions. And then we'll talk. Get into the after show, JJ.
So, the halftime show this
Have a
time...
sip of a beverage while JJ's doing this.
The halftime show this time around is a bit different in that we're not really doing a theme as much, but we are going to be talking about stuff that recently happened on our channel, and we're going to announce a few things that are going to be happening next week.
It's not really a show, but it is halftime.
Yeah. So, in that regard, it's definitely different, but I felt there was a few things that need to be talked about, and just tagging them on somewhere in the beginning or end felt wrong.
What do you want to talk about?
So, first of all, it's April.
It is April. Mania
season. The 100 subscriber special did not get 100 views.
Tough.
Which is kind of disappointing, but that also means I'm going to keep my gains, which, you know.
Yeah.
I just want to quickly mention that. We did also release a new class for the Hall of Fame.
As we do for every month. This is for March, though.
Yeah, but this has been
last week.
Second time we've done that overall.
5 people in there, 5 entities in there. We're not going to name names in this video.
Yeah, but, you know, watch that.
Gotta watch it yourself.
More importantly, what we released last week was this week, was A Tale of Two Kings.
Like, that was over 100 days in the making. That was almost half a year in the making.
Yeah. That was probably also the video that overall went the most work into.
Oh, for TrashcanTV, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, work in terms of... Well, yeah. Because if you're gonna... Well, let me think. Well, the average Life is Strange Before the Storm took like 3 hours of recordings, 3 hours of watching, and... Well, yeah, but still, we recorded this over several days.
We recorded...
Had to write it, edit it, find stuff, you know. The audio was very peculiar with the audio editing there.
The audio editing is definitely different from what we normally do because the voices are a bit filtered.
Exactly.
Like, not just like filtered to make it more understandable,
it's supposed to be as clean as possible.
Legitimately, like, pitch change and all that stuff.
It was a bunch of work, specifically more creative work than otherwise. Because the Telltale games, though they're a lot of work to get out, they're not as much creative work because we play them and then I edit them.
Yeah.
Which is both like 2 hours each. So it's like 4 hours per, you know.
I mean, for this one, just figuring out a decent song to put in the background took like...
Yeah.
Days. Between half an hour and an hour to just going through like the YouTube library of like things you can use. That's also another factor because...
I spent like a week on writing the script.
You can't really use copyrighted content.
Yeah. Also, what we should say, we recorded every single line individually. Right?
Yeah.
So, like, every other line, we had probably, like 30 different audio files that I had to mash together.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, that was tough. But we did it. It's out now. Go watch it. It's chess-themed. It's not really.
Yeah, but all the imagery totally is.
It's a tale of two kings.
And chess does play a role.
We're not gonna say much more. It's a nice story. Just
know that it's the most work we've ever put in the video. It's kind of experimental. It's definitely not perfect.
It's not good. It's not good.
It's
because it's the first time we did
really rough around the edges, but you know, if you like it, we're gonna do something similar again. We might do it anyways, but
if that really gets the support that it should be getting for the amount of work that we put in there.
And I can almost guarantee that next time is going to be better.
Of course, right? Because this was also the somewhat prototype for the inspiration of my own channel now. Alex is Hilarious. Check it out. Which we also did. Individual channel. So that's kind of the inaugural idea. So that was the first experiment I did for that. We uploaded it here. Go check it out. If you like it, let us know because that's a bunch of work. And we're gonna try new stuff out because, you know, that's kind of, we're figuring out stuff. So, and that was part of that.
But I think this is it for lingering in the past.
Yeah.
Let's look into the future. The far future of next week.
Not so distant future. Like 3 days from now or something.
Well, 3 and 5.
Yeah. 3 and 5 days.
So there is
prime numbers.
There is one series that we are continuing, which is Cookie Clicker.
Yeah. Finally.
People have actually been asking about that
lately. A while. That's by far our most popular series, and when's the video coming out, man?
The video's coming out on Tuesday.
Tuesday. That is what? What day is that? The what? How many?
Do totally not know. It's like the 8th, something
Check it
like
out.
that. It's the... No, it's not. It's the 10th.
It's the 10th. The 10th of April. Next week is in 5 days.
So, we're also going to do more of those sooner than the time between this and the one before that.
Yeah, of course.
So that was definitely something
3 days.
we wanted to announce because we said it might come out this week, which between the fact that we hadn't recorded it yet was a bit tough. Yeah, next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, man. Quick Clicker. Be sure to check that out because most people are interested in that, and we've been getting requests for that. There it is for you.
But that's not all that's coming out next week.
We're also playing something new.
In addition to all our regular videos and the Cookie Clicker video,
Yeah.
on Thursday, which is then the 12th, there is also going to be a new series that we're starting.
I decided that I needed an extra hour of work, like 2 hours of work per week.
Yeah. So,
But it's fun.
this is going to be a weekly thing, and it's going to be a new game that we're playing, which is South Park: The Stick of Truth.
The stick truth.
Which, once we're done with that, which looks like it'll take a while, we'll actually also play South Park: The Fractured Butthole.
The fractured butt hole.
Yeah, I can never space it correctly.
You need to be careful in pronunciating that.
Yeah. It's almost like someone didn't think too much about that title. Huh?
Yeah, it's weird, but they just do words together. It's like they should have called it the fractured yet hole to avoid further problems.
Yeah, that definitely. Yeah.
Maybe that's just. I mean, the marketing strategy did work out. So who are we to judge them? South Park, man. We're doing South Park.
So that's going to be a
Great
weekly
stuff.
thing, which means that from next week out, we're going to have at the very least 6 videos each week.
Oh God.
And next week, we're actually going to have 8 videos.
Oh God.
Because on top of the 6 normal videos, there's going to be the Cookie Clicker, and I would assume a WrestleMania review.
Exactly.
That makes it 8 videos.
8 videos next week. Wow.
It's been a while since we've had an 8 video week.
Tough.
And as a matter of fact, the last time we did that was when we had another wrestling review. I can't tell you exactly which one.
Plus predictions, right?
Predictions were always in the pockets for twice.
No, NFL predictions.
Yeah, that might have been the case, yeah.
Possible.
Because for a while there we did upload more content than we currently are.
Yeah,
But
because
arguably also worse content, so it's
we
still...
got a lot of stuff to do. Because now we got to figure out kind of the basis of our channel is at the moment is Hearthstone and Telltale games and all the games we want to play. Maybe this hasn't been uploaded yet. The Seasons After Fall.
Yeah.
That's gonna be uploaded. This is a new game that we've tried out. We played this like ages ago.
Yeah.
And we're finally deciding to upload it and maybe play it again because it was like when I was editing it, watching it again and again, I was kind of like, "This we should continue playing this at some point."
So there's also one very random thing that I'm just gonna throw out there that we still got laying around that's gonna go up at some point in the future, which was also ages ago that we recorded that, but I just still have it and there's no reason not to upload it, I guess.
And that will be
Google Feud number 9.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna upload that at some point.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna upload that maybe the week after next week if there's like an empty Tuesday at some point.
Yeah.
Because it's the one day where we don't release a video regularly. I'm just gonna slot that in there because why not?
Okay. Just because it fits so well to what we just talked about, I'm gonna start with the facts of the week this time.
We haven't done that in a while.
Usually you start.
I updated our spreadsheet a while ago.
Right.
And so I was listening back to a lot of the things, and usually you start a segment off by asking me what my fact and song is.
That's how I always do it. Because that's how you do it. That's supposed to be a psychological trick to do, because you ask people of their opinion first. Because then you can adjust better.
But the point is...
In that case, it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, but the point is that led to me usually going first in those segments. Right. So, go ahead.
But but random interesting life tip, talking to someone specifically, there's a question of opinion, ask them first. Always let them give their opinion first. Because then you can adjust how you're going to reply.
Yeah.
Important. Not important, but it's a thing. They'll also perceive you as nicer because you ask it. And I'll take every point of niceness that I can get.
You need it.
I need it. Don't want it. Need it. Fact of the week. I just mentioned that Life is Strange is a lot of work to do for me.
Yes.
Well, actually, when we played Before the Storm episode 1, I tend to watch the whole video back when I edit it, right? Because I need to find out.
I think you at some point told me that you watched this one twice.
That's what my fact of the week was gonna be. I watched the whole video back in the edit. Watched the whole thing. 3 hours, right? Edited it, of course. Then exported it, which took like hours. And then it was uploaded like an hour later. Not an hour later, but soon later because we uploaded it ASAP, pretty much.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I hopped on the YouTubes and watched our entire gameplay again that night.
Because it was such a good game.
It's such a good game, and I was so hyped about it. I watched it again. It was great. That's my fact of the week.
All right. Let me look because I totally forgot what my fact of the week is. That happens sometimes.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that has been the fact before.
Yes, that has been the fact before. This one actually relates to the next topic in a way, in that it is about Hearthstone.
Alright.
And the fact itself might not be that surprising, but it's just something that you can easily forget, I feel, so it's worth mentioning.
Always Misha, never hover.
That too. Nether Portal is a spell. As a matter of fact, so is Time Warp, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, some of the question words are spells.
That's true.
Remember that. Don't work for your entire quest and then just get it counterspelled. That's shit.
That would be shit, yeah.
Or mana binds it. Or whatever.
Even though mages totally deserve to get their own fucking quest counterspelled.
Yes. But not disco locks. Because disco locks are awesome.
Did it happen to you?
Yeah, it might have happened to me.
Ah. Yikes.
It's actually when I wrote down the fact because like, god damn it, I should have thought about the fact that this secret could have been counterspell.
Mm-hmm.
The mage was rather low in health and was expecting it to be ice block. It was counterspell.
Sucks.
Always test for counterspell, kids.
Always test. Always use the coin. Keep the coin. Keep some bullshit for counterspell. Sucks. Mages are assholes. Everyone who plays mage, you're an asshole. Let's get into this next topic.
Hearthstone.
Jinx. New cards, man, a bunch of them, because we haven't talked about them in a while. And we're probably not going to mention every card in depth too much, but we're going to look at the most important ones. Is that correct?
Yes.
So let's start from old to new, I would assume.
Okay, let's go down a bit.
We got this
list
on the thing right now.
What was the last one we talked about, man?
So I think we mentioned Hagatha the Witch, at least her existence. The evens and odds we already mentioned.
Yeah, I think it's...
so let's start with Houndmaster Shaw. How about that, huh?
Yeah, so all of the heroes... I assume all of the heroes in the new hunting thing... What was it called? There's a name for it.
Oh, God.
The dungeon run type thing.
Yeah.
Something hunt.
Witch hunt?
That sounds about right.
Makes sense.
I believe all of those heroes are going to get a legendary associated with
so
them.
is Shaw is for sure.
Yes, so is the mage one.
Which is that? That was
Tika the Time Tinkerer.
Time Tinkerer, yeah. Exactly.
So it looks like that will probably be a thing.
So what we basically see more of is Echo stuff, Rush stuff, even and odd stuff.
Makes sense. As a matter of fact, I don't
thing.
think they have revealed a single new even and odd thing since the initial big reveal of all of the support cards.
Possible, yeah. We'll see, but yeah, it might be true. So, interesting card is first Shaw, Houndmaster Shaw. It's a 4-mana 3/6 legendary, and all your other minions have Rush. This is basically a lot improved Thunder right now.
Except that you can't go face with it because it's Rush, not Charge.
Yeah, but it's still a lot better.
Yeah.
First of all, it's cheaper. It's got +1 stat and everything. It ignores beast energy.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it's a
course.
thing.
Shaw.
Going face with Thunder is totally a thing. So
can be pulled by Okard.
Oh yeah, right. So can the Thunder right now.
Always gotta mention what can be pulled by Okard. Because that might always be a thing. So Houndmaster Shaw, I like it a lot.
You know what can also be pulled by Okard?
Glenna Growskin?
Exactly. Minions in your hand have Echo.
6 mana 3/7.
A Warlock Legendary.
Yeah. It makes all minions in your hand have Echo. Now, what are we doing with this?
This reminds me of the cube in that if you look at it, it doesn't seem like that great of a card, but someone can probably figure out some kind of broken combo with it.
Yeah, in the cube, what would be the best one? Faceless? That's 5 mana already. Ooh, tough.
I mean...
You can't play more than one Void Lord.
I'm not specifically saying in the cube looks, but I'm just saying, you remember how when the cube was initially revealed, a lot of people said like, oh, this might be an interesting card, but it's not that great.
The Carnivorous Cube?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
and that's the card.
And then it's like an entire deck built around it because you don't see that kind of stuff coming because the synergies have to work. So a lot of times you don't necessarily expect the card to be good, but then when you build an entire deck around it, it is. And Glinda could be such a card.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know specifically what would be perfect with this. I mean, if you want to taunt up, you could get like some Void Walkers.
Void Walkers, you can maybe do some with charge. If you got to get some kind of way to get free charges in.
Of course, Echo Charge is always a good combination. Yeah. That's actually not the worst idea if you had like a high attack charge.
Yeah. Like Doom Guards? But they discard too much.
Yeah, so. Doom Guards are a bit too... Well, you could use it as a finisher because it's like 10 damage from hand, but...
Leroy?
Wait, if you play Doom Guard and it has Echo... First of all, can you discard the Echoes?
No.
You can't?
No.
Are you certain?
I'm almost certain.
And second of all, would the Echo be generated before it discards or after?
After.
So in that case, it wouldn't be effective.
Yeah, because the discard's a battle cry, and like, look at this for the unstable evolution. The thing happens first, and then the card shows up in your hand again.
Okay, good to know.
So the next card would also be interesting: the Nightmare Amalgam.
Yeah,
this is literally everything. We're not joking.
It's an elemental, it's a mech, it's a demon, it's a murloc, it's a dragon, it's a beast, it's a pirate, and it's a totem.
So the mech is not going to do much of anything in the standard.
No.
But the
totem doesn't either, does it?
Not too much.
Because things are moving out, aren't they?
Yeah, not too much. But stuff like elementals, beasts, dragons, demons, that murloc, and the pirate probably not that much either. But that's all going to be
if you played an elemental last turn.
Yeah.
I played an amalgam last turn, that counts.
That counts.
Pirate synergies.
This will pull patches.
Maybe. It's a dragon, so it's immune to Dragonfire Potion.
Yeah. It's a trigger for Dustbreaker. Does everything, man. Elemental Shaman. It works. The obvious weakness is that it's going to be killed by everything.
Yes. Also, I don't necessarily know which deck would profit from it being all. There's definitely going to be a lot of decks that could profit from it being one of those things. But then again, you could just slot something in that is one of those things.
What happens
if it
has
better stats.
Play this with the Curator?
It could probably be pulled as either one of the three cards.
Right.
So you could maybe actually with a Curator pull 2 amalgams if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Which is also definitely interesting because if you were playing this with a Curator, which by the way is moving out of standard, but then if you don't have all 3 things in your deck, then the amalgam could fill the empty slot.
Exactly. They're gonna be pulled anyway.
Also, same thing for the bot that gives +1/+1 to one of each. Of those 3 things like beasts, murlocs, and dragons, I think it is, right?
Is that is in wild?
Zubot.
It's a wild for sure.
It's a Karazhan card.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be in wild.
Yeah, it's gotta be in wild, sure. Yeah. But so is the Curator. The question would actually be, would the Zubot be able to give it +3/+3? If it's just those 2. I mean, I'm not saying that would justify the card necessarily, but it's not bad.
I don't know, man. It could also be well, what I'm thinking is, can you make several synergies happen?
Yeah, but I'm thinking, when would you?
Timberwolf and Warleader on the board.
Yeah, but who would be crazy enough to build that deck? Well, I would, but I mean, like, if you're thinking like actual, like semi-competitive or competitive
you
decks,
give it Blood Fury Potion, give it everything.
There's probably some cases where it's not too bad, but generally I feel like oftentimes you just want one of those, and it being some of the others could be negative, for example, for the crawlers.
Let's get on. So the Hex Frog has become a minion and a playable card. Only this time it adds a random shaman spell to your hand as a battle cry. This is awful.
Yeah.
This is literally awful. Let's not talk about this too much.
It's kind of like the Babbling Book, except that shaman spells, of course, aren't as good as mage spells. I'm gonna quickly mention the Witchwood Apple, which adds 3/2/2 trends to your hand. They aren't spectacular, but it's a druid card, by the way.
Word on the street is that the apples come from a rotten apple ball.
But the thing is, right, it's druid, which doesn't really matter, but it's like it's extra minions you can play if you're playing like an aggro druid or something.
You know what? Let's do this. Okay, so let's just go through one row of cards one by one. I'll do 5, you do 5, and whenever there's an interesting one in there, we're gonna talk about that later.
Okay.
I'm gonna mention on that real quick. So I'm gonna start off with the next row. Okay, so we got Hagatha the Witch, which is a new shaman legend alternate hero. 8 mana, of course, add 5 armor to yourself. It deals 3 to all minions. All minions, not all enemy minions. That means its battlecry is not strictly better than the Deathstalker Rexars. New hero power is a passive hero power which adds a random shaman spell to your hand every time you play a minion.
Yeah.
Then we would have Lord Godfrey, 7 mana, 4/4 Warlock legend, deals 2 damage to all of the minions.
You wanna go really in depth with every single one? It's gonna take a while.
I'm just gonna read them out. Well, the one important ones.
Okay.
It basically has the Tainted Zealot Defile.
Yes.
A fact. That's what it does. If they die, he does it again.
No, it does. Wait, no, Tainted Zealot is a +1, right?
I
was thinking it was a +2, but
that's what it does.
The thing about Hagatha, by the way, before we move on there, it's not that the card itself is necessarily that hugely interesting. It's just the fact to me that they are willing to bring back the hero cards.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes those gimmicks just die. Like Inspire,
dead.
They don't do it anymore. They just did it for one expansion. So is the case for some other stuff. But with them bringing back the heroes, makes me think that some of those other things might come back. I don't think they're going to bring it back quests necessarily, but they might do weapons again, like legendary ones.
Yeah.
Or more legendary heroes.
Possible.
It's not necessarily the card itself that's interesting, but just the implication of what that means for the future of the game.
We definitely need another strong priest hero, because Anduin wasn't strong.
Exactly.
Right? Okay. Muck Hunter is a neutral epic. It's basically Leroy, but in rush form. Summons 2 2/1 Mucklings for your opponent as a battle cry. It's a 5/8.
The most important thing about that is exactly it has a lot of health compared to Leroy.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, it has sticking power. Because if it was like a 6/2, it would be useless. If Leroy was rushed but not charged, he'd be the worst minion in the game.
Exactly. Talking about things that have rush instead of charge.
Red Bed Wasp.
Actually, I was gonna say Hunting Mastiff, but it's basically Unleash the Hounds.
But it's still probably worse.
Except it's more expensive, but it also deals more damage, but you can also control how many.
Yeah, it's Echo.
It's a bit weird. It's more expensive, though.
If you play 5, it's like
10 mana.
It's like deal 10 to a minion for 10.
Yeah, deal 10 to minion split in pairs of 2, but yeah. Yeah, really. It's I prefer just Unleash and Timberwolf or Unleash Leok as just but it's got the stuff, so you kind of want to have that. I think something that's also worth mentioning is that Wanted is probably one of the worst cards in the expansion.
Wanted is the worst card in the expansion I've seen so far. It's so bad. Well, Wanted and what was it that we mentioned before? The Witch's Apprentice, also bad. Wanted is an epic, and it's going to be the least crafted epic of all time. Deals 3 to a minion if it kills add a coin to your hand. That's so bad.
It seems really bad, for sure. Again, it's one of those things where maybe there's a combo with it, but I don't think so.
It just seems so off.
The only combo is that you're getting a coin which can enable literal combo cards, but you got counterfeit cards.
Like Cleave. At the end of a turn, both players draw a card. Forest Guide is a 4/1. This is going to be kind of the souped down Cold Light replacement, I guess.
Yeah.
Which no one can replace a Cold Light Oracle, but yeah, whatever. Scale Worm. 4 mana 4/4 if you're holding a dragon, gain +1 attack and rush. I'm not sure how they're gonna incorporate this into decks necessarily.
It's kind of interesting because that once again supports the idea of having things from 2 different categories.
Yeah.
Because the beast that has dragon synergy.
Exactly.
Which means that you might want to build a dragon beast combination deck.
Like a hunter?
That would then also run the amalgam.
Yeah, like a hunter.
Yeah, like a hunter.
Like a hunter.
Like, as a matter of fact, the new hunter legendary is a dragon.
That's true. We're gonna get to that one. Vex Crow is a 4 mana 3/3 mage minion. Whenever you cast a spell, summon a random 2-cost minion because mages really need value. Right?
Also, one thing that I've said before, is that this card is literally there to summon Raven familiars because it's funny.
Yeah, Crow. The Vex Crow is something very familiar.
Yeah, they look rather similar. Yeah. They're similar birds.
It's basically, probably.
That's what it does.
I hope that every Vex Crow in the history of ever is going to summon Doomsayers. Because that's what mages deserve.
Well, mages like Doomsayers, though.
Well, but not if they're summoning in themselves accidentally with a Vex Crow.
Probably not.
This is not a minion. This is not a minion for a control mage.
No, definitely not.
It's not. Black Wall Pixie is a 3-mana 3/4, and it refreshes your hero power as a battle cry. It's okay. It's nothing huge. It's okay.
Again, it really depends on what you want to use it with. I don't see it being that great.
Same with the Clockwork Automaton, 5-mana 4/4, double the damage and healing of hero power. It's a Valen buff for hero power. It works with the hero power synergy. It's nothing meta breaking. It's probably not going to be anything huge. I would assume so.
The Pixie, interestingly enough, fills the space of a few cards that we had in Kobolds, like the Librarian, where it's like, oh yeah, the Librarian basically as Battlecry does your hero power. This one as Battlecry refreshes your hero power.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Sure. Coffin Crasher is a priest minion. It as a Death Rattle summons a Death Rattle minion from your hand. This could be kind of interesting. Because I can see this working with a lot of stuff. This can work in Big Priest.
Yes.
In Wild, in that case. But this can do stuff.
Yeah, Big Priest and Standard is a thing that
this can work in Dragon Priest.
Yes.
Get a Deathwing in there.
Work in Dragon Priest, yeah.
Okay, Darius Crowley is interesting though. There's a Warrior Legend. It has Rush. It's a 4/4 for 5 mana. And after it attacks and kills a minion, it gains +2/+2. It's basically the Boogie Monster with Rush.
Yeah, this...
And lesser stats.
I'm not sure how I feel about this being a legendary, but it's definitely not a bad card.
This is a good card, man.
Yeah, but is it a legendary card?
I think this is a legendary card. I honestly think this is... I thought this is going to be one of the best cards. Darius is going to be good. Because,
while it does usually instantly kill a minion when you play it, it does overall feel rather slow with the actual build.
This is a good card, man. I'm calling this. This is going to be really good. Also, Emrys is interesting. This is almost a win condition.
It's a Hunter Legendary. It's 10 mana, 8/8. It's a dragon, and it has Battle Cry, double the attack and health of all minions in your deck.
In your hand.
In your hand,
Important.
Sorry.
In your hand.
Sorry. Yeah.
Hand. So you want to have a big hand for that.
Yes.
So you need Minion Hunter.
Talking about minions and Hunter, there is one archetype that I kind of feel they're trying to build up a bit more that has not been played really at all. Quest Hunter.
This imagine this while having all the freaking raptors on your hand.
Yeah.
That's what's 1 mana, 6/4s that draw your card as a battle cry.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I mean, that's tough.
Talking about Quest Hunter, Ravencaller.
Add 2 random more cosmetics to your hand as a battle cry.
Yeah, it's a 3 mana. The stats really don't matter because they're horrible.
Yeah.
But the battle cry is really good if you're playing Quest Hunter.
It's an minstrel for Quest Hunter.
This is an odd-costed card that supports Quest Hunter that wants 1-drops and has a quest which all are odd.
Yes.
Also, one thing that I actually thought about with quests
Emrys isn't odd.
Yes, neither is any of the other quest support that they added in the new expansion. Like the Talksmonger and the stuff.
Yeah.
One thing that I thought of, though. I think you can run a quest in an even deck.
Alright.
Because start of game hero powers. Start of game effects.
Yeah. Trigger after the mulligan. And you got the quest on hand already.
Exactly. Because if you think about Malkazar, who is a start of game power, he triggers after you draw your cards and after you mulligan.
Yep.
So, unless you mulligan your quest, which you never want to do with a quest deck anyways, you are not having an odd cost card in your deck.
It's true.
That's definitely something to think about.
Might work.
I don't think I can think of any quest that necessarily would want to be played in an even deck or be played at all, but it could work.
True. Okay, let's look at some stuff. Okay, Sound the Bells is pretty bad. Cheap Shot is kind of there. The Black Howl Gunspire.
This one's the Garrosh, it wants Whirlwind, it wants the weapon.
Exactly. This one
now.
wants to clear boards. Take stuff out. AoE.
It definitely interacts with a lot of the classic warrior stuff where you hurt your own minions to get beneficial effects.
Next one, though, I think can be really important. The Lady in White.
This one is definitely interesting.
This one is one of the most powerful ones, I feel like. This one can be huge. And you know how good Priest already is.
Yes.
It casts Inner Fire on every minion in that. Can you imagine how insane the current dragon / combo / summoner priest is gonna be when this happens?
The thing with the combo priest, though, is that you want to buff the health first before you Inner Fire.
We can still do that.
Yeah, but when it's in your deck...
Yeah.
You can't really buff the health of a minion in your deck.
Well, no, of course, but once it's on the board, you can still do it. Its health doesn't get reduced. If you want to get it to more... Like, if we want to get it higher.
Yeah, but I'm saying it doesn't become the light thing, whose name oh god, I'm bad with names today, which is bad. The Radiant Elemental, no, that's not the one, is it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. The one that reduces cost of spells?
No, the other one. That's kind of like the 0/5's attack is equal to health. God,
Light Spawn.
Light Spawn is what it is.
So different.
Yeah, but they're both elementals made of light energy.
The only card that this allows for is Twilight Drake.
Oh, God.
Right? But, 12th to Sarah.
Yes.
Not bad.
Also, Sleepy Dragon.
Sleepy Dragon, 12th.
But what I'm saying
14 Ultra Sword. No one runs Ultra Sword.
Not right now.
There
but
won't.
when it's a 14/14.
There won't. There's other cards that are better for that.
Yeah.
In this expansion.
Imagine a 12/12 Deathwing.
Wow. Insane. But imagine that pulling a 12/12 Sarah, though.
Ooh, boy.
Yeah. Tough. Cursed Castaway. On my first glance, I thought this could work in Kingsbane somehow. Because it's a pirate. It draws a combo card from your deck as a death round.
How many combo cards do you have in the Kingsbane?
You have
the
Minstrel, which are very important, and I think isn't that the only one?
I mean, that makes it more predictable what it draws.
Yeah, which you might need the Minstrel sometime.
Yeah.
Could be good. You could run the Advent.
Right, yeah.
If you want to, you can run the Advent in every rogue deck. It always works. Chameleus.
He's interesting.
This is a little bit of a spy card, I feel like. It's a 1-mana legendary 1/1 for priest. Each turn this is in your hand, it transforms into a card that your opponent is currently holding.
First of all, I'm surprised they're holding on to the mechanic of cards that transform in your hands. The Shifting Scroll, the Shift Reservus, this. Second of all, it basically tells you what cards your opponent has.
Especially against control matchups, it can tell you what your opponent's running. Like, what he's actually running, the entire deck. Because if you just know there's Void Lord there or something, you know it's the Control Warlock, or Cube Lord, whatever.
There is very few scenarios where I can see this being really good for actually playing the card.
The best class to play this against is also Priest, fun fact. Because there's several good, somewhat slow controlling Priests who in the first few turns, you can already tell what it is. Like you see Lich King, it's Big Priest. You see Dragon Operative, you see any type of like Nest, but that's not in standard anymore. You see any type of that type of thing.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I feel like this is just a card that you want to have on your hand to have it on your hand, not to actually play it though.
It's information is this card.
Which is weird because it's different from how you usually approach the game.
Yeah.
I could see you playing this when you can get like an ice book or something. Not that ice books are standard anymore.
Yeah.
But, that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Because the ice book is always the most powerful card.
The next interesting one is the Toxmonger.
Toxmonger, whenever you play one cost minion with poisons, this will be the quest support for a hunter.
It's even costed, which doesn't support the idea of building an odd cost quest.
But Stone Tusk Boar, though.
Yes, but there is... Well, yeah, with this, yeah, of course. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You probably, if you wanted to build the quest hunter, you probably don't want to make it an odd hunter because of this card and because of one other that's coming up later.
Right. And it says play, not summon. Because if it said summon, then Unleashed Styles would be the best card in the game.
It would, maybe not the best, but definitely good.
Potentially really be one of the best cards in the game. Summon a random friendly beast that died this game, Witching Hour. Druid spell. Yeah.
They're really...
Big Druid. Big Druid is possible.
The thing about Beast Energy Druid is every expansion or every other expansion, they try to push it.
Mm-hmm.
They added like 2 or 3 support cards. And that's it.
Yeah.
The problem is that makes it not really viable as an archetype that's purely focused on the synergies.
2 Witching Hours can pull you 2 charged Devil Swords for 14.
But I'm saying, generally speaking, it's most of the time it's not worth it to build an actual beast-themed
Maybe
druid
there's going to be something with it.
outside of maybe Wild, because in Wild, you are getting all of the beast synergies that they've added over the years.
But if it's going to be one of those, it has to be only big beasts, right? You can't have that pull like an Enchanted Raven. That's just not worth it. It has to be big stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Okay, scroll up, man. See something else interesting we could find. The Witch's Cauldron is, that's free dust. The Woodcutter's Axe is kind of the, that's Fire War Axe in not too overpowered, not too underpowered type of way. Rat Trap is interesting.
Deadly Arsenal is also interesting, if not necessarily good. It's kind of like the Dragon's Fury.
Yeah, but you can't really, you need to be sure what you're going to run. You can't run, like the Fiery War Axe and Blood Razor and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it will be great in Deadman's Warrior, but you need Blood Razor and Deadman's Warrior, so this kind of...
This works well with Gorehowl, interesting.
Yeah, it works with Gorehowl. Gorehowl is like the only one I can think of. Arcanine Reaper just isn't...
I was about to say Arcanine Reaper, but it
just doesn't have the production itself. It's not that good, so yeah.
But the problem is if you're running it with just potentially 2 Gorehowls...
You know what's a good combination that I kind of liked? Rat Trap plus Muckla. Because then your opponent gets the 2 bananas. And they'll play him. And, like, next turn they'll play him.
Yeah.
Basically baiting him to playing 3 cards a turn. It summons you a 6/6 giant rat. As the dude would say. Yeah.
Yeah, and it definitely also works with the Catrick while you're at it.
Yeah, Cat and Hat.
Yeah, because, triggered by spells.
Yeah.
But of course, I believe that's also even standard, isn't it?
The Cat and Hat? Is that from Karazhan? From the name, it sounds like it would be from Karazhan.
Sounds about right.
Maybe we'll need to look it up. Dusk Fallen Aviana is kind of interesting. On each player's turn, the first card they play costs 0. It's a 5 mana 3/7 Druid Legend. It's Aviana, but this time she's Dusk Fallen.
Yeah,
not as good.
Different versions of old cards we've seen before.
Meme deck.
This one,
Meme deck.
I don't think is good.
Meme deck. It's Temporis. It's gonna die by the same factor that Temporis died by, because your opponent's gonna be probably the first one to profit from it.
Yeah. Spectral Cutlass.
O-Card can pull Aviana, by the way, just saying.
A 4 mana 2/2 weapon for Rogue that has lifesteal, and whenever you play a card from another class, gain +1 durability.
That's free dust.
There is synergies with other cards there.
It's really not good.
But it's not that good. The whole play cards from your opponent's class thing has never been that good.
No.
And assuming you're facing Rogue
yes.
semi-often, it just becomes worse.
What?
You can't get non-rogue class cards, or you almost can't, if you're facing another rogue.
Yeah, that's true.
That just makes it even worse.
Exactly.
Not that it's good to begin with.
Even though I kind of have a feeling that Rogue is going to be one of the bum classes this meta. It's kind of looking that way. Because last meta it used to be Shaman and Warrior for the most part. Before that it used to be Paladin and Warrior for the most part. I feel like Rogue is going to be that type of class that's just done for now, for this meta, if there's nothing else huge coming up. Dire Frenzy is kind of cool.
Again,
I've still had the idea of Mill Warrior with this and the quest, because the quest adds 15 more things to it. Mill Warrior, really?
First of all, it's Hunter.
Mill Hunter, man.
Second of all, the quest doesn't really help you with the mill aspect, because the battle cry of those are draw a card.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really help you with milling your opponent that much.
Yeah.
The Dire Frenzy is definitely a factor.
Move over, Jade Idol.
I definitely like that they are giving you more ways to potentially support the quest.
Yeah.
I'm not that big on the fact that they're all even costed, because quest is one of the few decks where I could see it actually work, that you're already having mostly odd costed cards.
Do this with the Raptor Hatchling.
Yes.
They get the 3 Raptor Hatchlings that are like 4/3s that shuffle 4/3s.
Or you do it with the actual Patriarchs, and then
Yeah.
you're shuffling even more Patriarchs.
Yeah.
Which are gonna be 7 sixes for 1 mana. That's what I call value.
That's value, man.
And then you're playing that with a Houndmaster or Thunder Rhino, so they get rush or charge.
Yeah. Tough.
That's good.
It's Houndmaster Shaw, by the way, not a Houndmaster. The Houndmaster. We need to differentiate.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Different shit.
Remember Librarians and Corsairs?
What?
Was it Corsairs? Librarians are Cobalt Librarians or Darkshire Librarians.
Oh, okay.
Well, at least when you're running Discord.
Yeah, Corsairs, it also probably makes the Corsairs.
The Dread Corsair and the Naga Corsair.
There's already more Corsairs than that.
Is there, though?
I think so. There's more Corsairs than that, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there is. I'm not sure. The
point is, card names are getting confusing.
Yeah.
It doesn't help that such cards as Aviana now have new forms, and the original just is called Aviana.
It works if one is out of standard and one isn't.
If you're talking about standard, yes.
Yeah.
Also...
But Hearthstone is standard. Hearthstone is standard.
Also, the...
Wild is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's just insanity.
The Blood Witch actually is a 4-mana 3/6 Warlock card that at the start of your turn deals 1 damage to your hero.
There's some more self-harm synergy for Warlock there.
Yeah, there's a lot of...
Like Dustbat, that was Spider, kind of work with it.
With the new cards and also with a lot of existing cards. Yeah. This builds your Spellstone really fast.
Yeah.
If it survives. It builds for your Deathweb Spider, as you said, for Duskbat. Especially because the new cards don't synergize with when your hero takes damage, but if your hero has taken damage this turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, this happening at the start of the turn, just enables those cards without extra mana costs.
Exactly. Which is good. It's okay. Deathweb Spider kind of reminds me of Bloodworm. With an extra condition. It got 2 more health. Is the main difference.
Yeah.
Other than that, same thing. There's a bunch of cards there that swap their attack and health every single turn it's in your hand.
It's the Warden cards.
Yeah, that's when the rush ones you kind of always want them with the 6 instead of the 2 attack.
Yeah.
You can use them occasionally, but those are just
the Swift Messenger and the Gildan Royal Guard.
Yeah, that's just kind of situational.
The problem is, I feel like those are the type of cards that you're gonna have in your hand. And whenever you would want them one way, they're currently the other.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably how it's going to be.
Especially because they start with the high health.
Yeah.
And you want the rush ones to trade out your deck. So it's like, oh, I hope I can draw something to take out this big minion.
Yeah.
Yeah, draw the perfect card for next turn.
Sucks.
Like, oh, Gildan Royal Guard. Great, I need to take out this Lich King.
Yeah, doesn't work.
Next turn, I guess.
Yeah, until then, Lich King's generated too much value.
Yeah.
So last pack of cards that we're going to look at real quick today. The Dull Macedonian is interesting. Whenever you summon a minion, draw a minion, summon 1 copy of it. This can be cool.
This tells your opponent a lot about your hand, but it also can give you a lot of value.
This can give you a lot of stuff.
It is a 5-mana 2/6, which aren't the greatest stats, but
I can see
it's
this
all about the effect.
Is this kind of the Barnes replacement? Kind of, sort of?
Yes, in a way. And you can run that in combination with card draw.
Exactly.
It's only 5, so, 8 mana for this and Arcane Intellect. In Wild, 8 mana for this and Cold Light. What was the one that draws at the end of the turn? Yeah, that's 9 mana for Forest Guide.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying. Draw shit when that happens. I get it. Voodoo Doll is another one. Interesting. Battlecry, you choose a minion and death or utterly destroy it. My first instinct was this could work in Q-Block.
And one of the things that I thought of was...
combine it with Dark Pact.
Was also a lot of the Warlock synergies. And of course, if you're really feeling it, Mage Hero Power. That's a lot of mana.
Well, that's 5.
Oh, wait. Which one is it that...
Voodoo Doll.
Legendary is it that reduces the one that wasn't even or odd? I always forget. Yes, it's even, so that doesn't work. Because I was about to say, it's either 5 mana or 4.
It's 5.
But you can reduce it, so it's 5.
But then Dark Pact is 4.
Dark Pact is 4,
so for
Mortal
Mage...
Coil is 4. Defile is 5, but it could also be the 1 health minion that sets up the Defile, and it can kill the biggest minion that wouldn't be hit by the Defile.
Exactly. It's cool.
There's a few combos there. It's definitely a very specific card.
You can use that to kill your cube.
This is the type of card that you're not just gonna run in any given deck.
No, but it can be powerful. I mean, it can be at its best. It's like a 4-mana destroy minion and heal 8. It's great for Warlock. There's a bunch of new legends. We got what is that? Splinter Graft.
Yeah.
You could choose a friendly minion and add a 10/10 copy of it to your hand that costs 10. It's a druid.
We've seen this type of stuff before with 1-mana 1/1s. The difference being that for the 1-mana 1/1s, you would want a beneficial battlecry Death Rattle.
Yeah. This one
you just want to get it
This
off
one
cheap.
you would probably want either like a Coon of Forgotten King type of thing, or you'd want to charge.
Yeah, so this time around, you could still use it for a lot of the same stuff that you could use the 1/1 for. But also, it's just, you're playing this turn 8 at the earliest. Well, with Ram probably earlier, but like at 8 mana. Maybe 7 if you have a coin.
Yeah.
Or Innervate. Post-nerf Innervate. At this point, your hand might look rather empty.
Yeah.
So just having another 10/10, even if it might not have any special effects, isn't necessarily the worst. And then, of course, add Charge, Rush, or Lifesteal to it.
It's great.
And it becomes relatively good. If you add 2 of those together, well, except for Charge Rush, but that is not going to happen so often. But Rush Lifesteal, Charge Lifesteal.
Charge Lifesteal. Tough.
You can health gap your opponent by 20.
Yeah. It's crazy.
There is definitely some synergies there. Again, it's a very specific card. You could generally run it in any given druid deck that expects to go to a late game point. Especially because you're probably already running stuff like Kun and maybe...
Yeah.
Well, you would run
you can't run Jades anymore because they're out. Which is kind of sad.
That would also be another one. You could, if it was Jade, you could run it with any given card that summons Jades, like Jade Spirit, the Jade Behemoth for a big taunt, the
doesn't work.
The Aya for double Jades.
Aya. Tintin Aya? Tough. Toki Time Tinker.
This card
I already hate it.
Is very interesting.
Already hate it.
In that it does something that has never been done before.
It adds a legendary minion from the past to your hand, and the past is wild.
It specifically gives you a legendary minion that is not in standard anymore.
True.
Independently of whether you're playing it in standard or wild, by the way.
This also basically means that, well, everything
That means the mayor is back.
That means theoretically everything's possible now.
Well, everything legendary, because even a legendary that gives you a random card would still only give you standard cards, even if it is a wild card.
But legendary-wise, everything's possible. That from wild, it's also possible in standard.
That would also include the Hall of Fame, I assume, meaning Ragnaros and Sylvanas are also options for this.
Yeah.
Which both are really huge value. Also, worth noting, even though this is a mage card, it says random, and as far as I remember, unless it specifies a class in the text, random means completely random.
Yeah.
Could be from any class. As opposed to Discover, which specifically only gives you your class and neutrals unless otherwise specified.
I want to get my hands on an Acid Maw again as with the Hunter deck.
Yeah.
Theoretically, it's possible.
But you would have to get the Toki in.
Yeah. Theoretically, it's possible.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are now being theoretically possible again.
Exactly. Because a priest could Cabal Courier into Toki, and then Psychic Scream the Toki. And there we go with a Toki.
That's exactly what's going to happen, of course.
Theoretically, it's possible. Theory, man.
It's just funny when they'll pull stuff like Malkazar.
Yeah.
Because the game has started, he's just horrible.
Yeah. He's rotating out his Karazhan. So he's rotating out.
That's the point.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was just confirming. The Glass Knight. Divine Shield, whenever you restore health, gain Divine Shield. Awful card.
Yeah. That's
maybe the worst legend we've seen. Maybe.
Worgen Abomination.
Yeah. At the end of your turn, it deals 2 damage to all other damaged minions. Sleep with the Fishes is gone.
I feel like this could have just as well been a warrior card.
Yeah.
Because that's probably the class that's going to most run it. There is technically synergies there for other classes like Arcane Explosion, Defile, even on a board that's normally not very defileable. But it's mostly going to be a warrior card. Run with Whirlwind, Bloodraiser, Garrosh.
Yeah. Garrosh Hero Power.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything.
That, 100, that's warrior. That's what warrior does. It damages minions
stuff and then kills it.
to then profit from that.
Exactly.
Whether it's their own stuff or not.
Exactly.
In this case, yeah.
Interesting.
I could see this being played in warrior decks and control type warrior decks.
Maybe the Deadman's Warrior. Maybe if the Deadman's Warrior has some kind of miracle resurgence and it's still valid, I'll play it.
But that requires card draw.
I kind of want to play it, man.
Well, you could still play it, but without the cold lights, it's definitely lots.
With the cold lights, it's impossible.
Well, you could do it with shield blocks, like just shuffling shield blocks, but then you could only shuffle every other turn.
Exactly, it doesn't work.
At which point you're basically
you need the cold lights for milling too to make it faster.
Getting an average of 4.5 armor each turn, which is tough to win with.
Yeah, you need the cold lights to just
I've been there where I had to play the cold light earlier to not lose the game.
Yeah.
So I was literally stuck with shuffling each time one shield block and one Deadman's Hand.
Well, okay. So that works. That allows you to shuffle every turn.
Every other turn. Because one turn you're drawing the shield block, the other one you're drawing the Deadman's Hand.
Wait. Well, okay, but you could shuffle 2 shield blocks, right?
At that point, you would still only be able to do it like every other turn, I believe, because...
Wait, no, when you have everything on hand...
Trust me, it doesn't work because you can only draw one card.
Yeah, you do. When you got everything on hand, like 3 cards, you Deadman's Hand, and then you shield block.
Yes, and then you...
That way you draw at least 1 card, right? And then next turn you draw another. Which has to be then you have the combination hand again.
Or 3 shield blocks, in which case you could use one of those to get the combination hand, yes. But then
you could shuffle every turn.
Yeah, so it's technically still viable, but
or you could just wait with the shield block and shuffle it twice.
Yeah, so it kind of works. That's not the point, though. I think
that's all the cards so far. It's been going on for way too long. I was rambling about garbage.
I think there are being more revealed later this week before the podcast goes up because we have to record this on Thursday, but whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Those are the ones that have been revealed so far. Let us know what you think about the cards. Which one is your... Okay, real quick, what's your favorite card so far? Easy answer.
There's a lot of interesting ones in there.
Yeah, interesting ones. Favorite card. Which one do you like best? Easy answer. I'm surprised that you have to think about this.
I mean, kind of low-key Toki, right?
Stop that. No.
But I mean,
no.
Lady in White is definitely good, but I don't know if I will like it that much.
The thing is, it's not like that priest and mage need to get any better, right? Specifically...
Well, priest... How many priest archetypes are there that are valid?
More than of any other class?
I mean, like, after the meta shift, right?
So, how's the dragon combo priest, how's the summoner, everything looking?
The combo priest, I think, is looking okayish, but it's losing some cards, as you point out.
Nether Spite. Summoner?
The summoner... Free from Mangoro, isn't it? So, the summoner would...
Also, Mind Control would... Some might even remove Free from Ember now because Mind Control is that much better. Because the old gods are gone, so there's going to be a lot more Tyrantuses and Ultrasaurs.
So yeah, that one still kind of works, but, the Highlander's gone.
Yeah, Raza Priest is gone.
The Big Priest is gone, at least in big chunks.
Kind of, sorta, yeah.
So, Priest is definitely getting worse.
Lady in White Priest.
That's just an extension of Common Priest, I feel, even though...
Aggro Priest. Lady in White Priest could just be a value priest.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
We'll see. No.
What is your favorite card, though?
Pumpkin Peasant. Obviously.
God, really?
I mean, it's a 4/2 lifesteal if you play it correctly. It's a Pumpkin Peasant.
42 lifesteal.
Yeah, it's a 42. It's got lifesteal. It's a Pumpkin Peasant. What's not to like about this card? Is there a bad thing about this card? From the name to the stat line to the effect.
Inconsistency because you can only play it effectively every other turn, and then if you play it with the high attack, it dies too fast.
Pumpkin Peasant. Man. It's a Pumpkin Peasant. How is that not great? No, but like, seriously, I like the Howard Master a lot.
Yeah,
I do like the
it's
Hound
not bad,
Wrestler.
but then again, how much do I run Hunter, right?
A lot?
Not that much.
Like, it's one of your best decks?
Lately I mostly run, I'm trying to run the Deadman's Warrior, but I'm missing a lot of cards for that. I'm running the Big Priest, I run Control Mage.
Deadman's is great. I really want to play that. Like, I wanted to play Jade Druid, but some dreams you will never make reality. It just happens. Let us know what you think about the cards that we've been talking about. Which one's your favorite? Which one do you hate the most? Why is Mage so overpowered? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. And let's get into the Song of the Week.
Yes, the Song of the Week.
So I feel like since I started with the fact, I should also start with the song.
Sure.
You updated the spreadsheet recently?
Yes, I did.
So you might be able to tell me if this has been used before. I'm not sure. It is, however, my actual song of the actual... Oh, yeah, open it up.
There is... I believe it's up to 39 right now.
My actual song of my actual week.
Yes,
oh, god damn it. Let me look at that real quick. That's a lot of stuff. So I'm not even sure if one of us used it, who did. I haven't seen it. You did use Hello Mary Lou at some point?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It was in 39 I used the I specifically said that I picked it off of a CCR CD, but it was not the CCR version because it was the Ricky Nelson one.
I did.
Which was my fact of the week.
Okay, I did use it before the song, so I need to pick a different one on the spot. So you need to do it beforehand while I pick another song. I already used it, man.
What was it though?
It was Angel of Harlem.
Okay.
What's the song?
My song of the week, purely coincidental, is
not true.
Actually, you know what? You were giving me shit for not knowing the name of a band that was in my list because they only had one song and that, anyways.
What's the song?
So here's the thing. Do you know the name of the song if I tell you the band, because it's probably the only one that you have, and the band is The Script.
The Script, Hall of Fame.
Okay, you did know.
Yeah.
Because I could not have told you that the band name was The Script. But yeah, it's Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And that is not purely coincidental because...
That is purely coincidental.
Because, of course, we did the Hall of Fame this week.
Yeah, we did. So, okay. There's a bunch of interesting people in there. Let me quickly pick out a song.
In the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, true.
A bunch of interesting entities, man.
Entities, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm just going through my playlist right now, picking out a song. I'll just, okay, what am I taking, man? Tell me in the comments what I'm supposed to take here. It's tough. It's tough when you get your preparation ruined. It's not easy. Okay, I always need to check too if I used it before. You know what? Just give me Viva La Vida by Coldplay. How about that? How about that for
I believe it hasn't been used before.
Yeah, that's why I'm taking it. Someday we're gonna run out of songs.
I don't think so.
Jesus Christ.
Because I think I'm, on average, probably adding more than one song a week. Even though I'm not adding one song a week. It's more like, like every month or so I'm adding 5 or 6.
Yeah.
But that's still more than one song a week. I think it works.
But the really good ones that are worth mentioning as songs of the week, tough.
I think we can keep it up.
All right. Anyway, everything that I told you about to let us know about, do it. And we will see you again next week. But there's a lot of stuff coming out next week as we announced over the week in the halftime show. So stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe if you liked it. And we'll see you next time, JJ.
That's it.
That's it.